Hello, everybody. I wanted to record this special video for you um, because it reflects uh, the experience that we're trying to create with our dogs to enhance the emotional experience and the emotional connection. So let's get started. Um, the title of this video is Experience Emotional Connection to Your Dog. A dog can be an island of calm when storms surround you. And you can be the same when your dog needs you. And a lot of what we're addressing in this program with our dog's reactivity is to be an island of calm for our dogs when they become over aroused and emotionally stressed. And this is a quote from an article in the Scientific American, which I thought is very timely. Essentially, interacting with a dog, particularly a known dog, can have some of the same psychophysiological markers as when two emotionally attached people spend time together. So it works both ways, doesn't it? You are interacting with your dog and giving your dog emotional support, and you're getting the same thing back from the dog. That is what makes living with dogs so amazing. So let's have a closer look at the benefits of connecting emotionally with a dog. And research shows that having a dog makes people happier, healthier, and more resilient. And I guess we already knew that, didn't we? So, let's look at how it impacts mindfulness. The presence of a dog grounds people in the present. It reduces your stress. Petting a known dog for 10 minutes can slow heart rate and lower blood pressure. So stick a pin in that one because I'm going to have you actually practice that. That's going to be part of your homework. That's going to be something that I'll get to in a minute. Also, dog owners spend more time outside and are more physically active, and that's got to be good, right? Empathy, connecting mentally and emotionally with a devoted companion, supports the dog and supports you mentally, emotionally, psychologically, and physically. Uh, And finally, comfort. Depression, anxiety, and grief are alleviated by interacting with a dog. And again, we're thinking of having it go both ways. If your dog is feeling anxiety, um, if your dog is experiencing grief over the loss of a family member or a pet that the dog was attached to. So there's going to be some mutual comfort and mutual support. People who have dogs have a sense of purpose. You've got to get up in the morning and take care of the animals, right? So it kind of gives us a reason to wake up. Social facilitator, attachment to a dog improves human relationships. And there's so many applications of that. I mean, take a cute dog for a walk, and a lot of people are going to stop and chat with you. And finally, the thing that I really want to get to with you is this idea of oxytocin. And you know what oxytocin is? It is a hormone. It's the love hormone. It's the hormone between parent and child. It's what mothers, the hormone that makes new mothers so intensely focused and attached to their child. So what research has shown is that if you gaze into your dog's eyes and experience the bond, and this is your personal dog. It's not just, don't go gazing into strange dog's eyes. Don't do that. This is your personal dog that you know and love and that knows and loves you. If you gaze into your dog's eyes and feel the bond, you actually create what's known as an oxytocin loop. So the oxytocin loop happens when you're gazing into your dog's eyes for about 5 minutes. It produces oxytocin, and oxytocin production increases gazing. So it loops. Oxytocin is the parent-child bonding hormone, and dogs inspire deep love and positive psychological effects similar to the parent-child bond. And there's a very good reason why I refer to you as the quote unquote owner of the dog as a dog parent, a pet parent, because this is what I'm referring to. It has nothing to do with that, sentimental fur baby stuff that a lot of people kind of cringe at. Um, this it has to do with scientific research. That research has shown that the relationship that we build with a dog that we love has a lot of parallels to a parent-child bond. That's science. So here's what I want you to do. You're going to interact with a familiar dog. Look into your dog's eyes, your dog. If the dog returns your gaze in a loving, gentle, soft way, then continue it. If you get any kind of a reaction that makes you feel a little bit uncomfortable, then just stop it. There's other things we can do first. Not every dog is receptive to this, and some dogs may have a history that maybe we don't know much about, that they may not be that receptive to gazing. So if that's the case, then just end it, put a pause on it. We can get back to it another time. The dog, remember that the dog is more important than the activity. So if the dog tells you that he doesn't want to do this for whatever reason, or if he gazes at you and then walks away, allow that. Don't interfere with that. The dog has a right to choose that, to choose not to return that gaze. And don't take it personally. It doesn't mean anything. It just might mean that that particular dog has a sensitivity and has reached his limit. It's really nothing to do with you, so don't feel bad if that happens. Um, and finally, make sure that you're really focused and paying attention when you're doing this. Avoid multitasking that scatters your attention. Be mindful, have a sense of purpose. Better to do 1 or 2 minutes where you're just focused than try to extend it for longer and be distracted. Right? So, 3 ways to experience emotional connection to your dog, and these are the things that I would really like you to start doing. Um, oops, I wanna go back. Skipped, here. This one comes first. Sorry. We'll get to that slide in a sec. Um, Mindful moments reduce stress. I would like you to sit quietly for 10 minutes and just pet your dog. Just pet. Stroke your dog the way he likes to be stroked. If he likes it, and make it slow, deliberate. Observe your breathing and your muscle tension. If you take deep breaths followed by a sigh, that is going to help your dog relax. It's also going to help you, but it will help your dog relax because he will start to mirror that. We're going to be working on an exercise coming up in the not too distant future where we actually teach our dogs how to take slow, deep breaths because it's a relaxation technique and dogs can learn that just like we can. So observe your breathing, make sure you're relaxed, make sure you're taking slow, deep breaths, and every once in a while, exhale with a sigh. I do this to relax horses. And you know that horses are flight animals. They're prey. And the least little thing that frightens them, their instinct is to run away. So if a horse is starting to get agitated, um, and it's important that the horse remain calm, then I start to just stand beside the horse and just breathe. Take a deep breath in and then let it out in a sigh. And after a while, the horse starts to actually imitate my rate of breathing. You can do the same with your dog. And also, we talked about this before, have a conversation with your dog. Just as you were talking, as if you were having a chat with a good friend. Just have a conversation. You can all do that. And the next is get outdoors and get moving. Now, if taking your dog for a walk on a leash creates other problems, like the dog reacting to people or other people walking dogs or other dogs in the neighborhood and so forth, then if you go outdoors, try to create an environment where none of those distractions and none of those unnecessary triggers will cause your dog to be hyper aroused. So if you can find a nice, quiet, calm place, even if you have to put the dog in the car and drive somewhere, you know, if you can do this occasionally, I think it would really, really go a long way toward helping you and helping your dog to relax. Just make sure that you don't expose them to triggers that are going to cause problems. And if that's the case and you can't arrange a situation, just it's just not convenient to do it, then just skip this for now. Go sit like in the backyard with your dog. And then finally, um, playfulness is therapeutic. So spend more time playing with your dog. Make it fun. Invent and play lots of different games. Teach your dog how to do a high five or give a paw or roll over. Play hide and seek, and I have something in store for you with that. Um, a- Teach your dog to find a toy or find a treat. You can hide some treats and have him go find that and use his nose. Dogs love to do that. So invent something and spend time every day doing something playful with your dog. If your dog initiates a game, then go with that. Or you can initiate a game and get your dog to join you. And finally, I want to leave you with this thought. Um, Dogs are aware of your positive and negative emotions. You know that. They recognize emotion in your facial expressions, your posture, your gestures, and your tone of voice. So if your dog is becoming aroused and overreactive in a situation, just do an inventory of your own state of your own internal emotional state. And how is it manifesting physically? Are you smiling? Sometimes that's all you have to do is just smile and you'll start to feel better. Take some deep breaths. Um, if your posture is tense, then just relax. Bring your shoulders down, take a breath, put your head up, your chin up, and shoulders back, and just relax. If your gestures are kind of, too quick, that could trigger your dog to react to that. If your tone of voice is not relaxed and slow and smooth, then you have control over all of those things. And just the first step is awareness. So just be aware of what's going on, and if you think that changing one little thing is going to help your dog, then just change one little thing and see if it makes a difference. And eventually you'll be able to add on and change the rest of these things. So that's it for now. Your homework is, and everybody can do the first part of the homework, and that is to spend 10 minutes, just sit with your dog and pet your dog and take slow, deep breaths and talk in a relaxed, conversational tone of voice. That's your homework. Have fun with it.